friends. It is Wednesday, May 6th today. We are continuing our work with the lazy or magic E, making the vowel say its name. Today we'll be working with the letter O. You need to get your orange sounds to words notebook and a pencil. You'll also need your dry erase board and your dry erase marker. If you need to push pause on the video to get your things, go ahead and do that. Once you have them, push play and we'll get started. Now that you have your things, let's get our brains warmed up and thinking about sounds. Today we're going to play Swap It Out. We'll be swapping out the middle sound in the word. That's the vowel sound. Listen to the word and then we'll switch out to a new sound and make a new word. My word is hit. Let's stretch it out. It. The sound in the middle is I. What if we changed it to ah? What would the new word be? That's right, the new word would be hat. At. Hat. Now, my word is top. Let's stretch it out. Top. What's the sound in the middle? Ah. Let's change it to I. What's the new word? That's right, it's tip. Let's try another one. My word is dad. Let's stretch it out. D-a-d. What's in the middle? Ah, that's right. Let's change it to I in the middle. What's the new word? Did. That's right, the new word is did. Let's try one more. My word is jug. Let's stretch it out. J-a-g. The sound in the middle is Let's change it to ah. What would the new word be? The new word would be jog. All right, now it's time for us to get our brains thinking about that lazy E and how it changes the vowel to say its name. So we are going to look today at words that have the letter O as their vowel and how lazy E works to change the sound. If I look at the letters on the screen and I stretch them out knowing the letter sounds, I would say b, on, bon. Bon's not a real word. It's a nonsense word. But if I put lazy E at the end of it to make the O say O, now we have a real word. B-own, bone. Let's try another one. If you stretch out the sounds in this word, it says t, on, ton. Ton? Ton's not a real word either. But if we put lazy E at the end, now we have t-own, tone. Mrs. Phillips has talked about the word tone with you in music class. Let's look at another one. Now, when I stretch this one out, it makes a real word. Odd. Rod. Now, you might know what a rod is when you think about fishing. But watch how we can change the word by adding lazy E to something totally new. Now the O says O, and the word is ode, road, like I rode my bike yesterday. This is another one that's a real word when we stretch it out. Not, not, like I do not like spicy food. Now, if we add lazy E, it changes to a new word. Oat, note. Music has different kinds of notes to help you know what to sing. Here's another one when you stretch it out that makes a real word. Op, hop. You can imagine what it means to hop. That's what you do when you're bouncing on one foot. But lazy E changes it to a brand new word that means something totally different. Ope, hope. This one says odd, mod. Mod is not a real word by itself. Lazy E turns it into a real word by making the O say O. Ode, mode. Oh, here's one that's a real word. Rob, rob. Rob is when you take something that doesn't belong to you. But it means something very different when we put the lazy E at the end, because now O says O and it changes it to the word robe. Boy, if I was reading a story and I accidentally said rob instead of robe, I would not know what that story was about. For us to take the cap off of our marker and write some of those lazy E words on our dry erase board. Our first word today is whole. So stretch it out, write the sounds you hear, o, and remember what you need to put at the end of the word to make the O say O. Did you write Hole? That spells whole. Let's try another one. Here's a picture of a note. Stretch it out and write the letters you hear. N, O, T. And remember, what do you need to put at the end of the word to make the O say O? That's right, you need lazy E. N-O-T-E spells note. Let's try another word. Here's a picture of a rope. Stretch it out. R-O-P. Remember, what goes at the end? That's right, lazy E. R-O-P-E spells rope. Let's try another one. This time we have a picture of a hose. Now this one's a little bit tricky. O's. Kind of sounds like a Z, but it's actually an S. O's. And of course, remember to put your lazy E. H-O-S-E spells hose. All right, now this is a little bit of a tricky word. This kid is trying to jump, but he is using a pole. So the word I want you to write is pole. P-O-L. Remember, add your lazy E at the end. You're getting the hang of this. Pole is spelled P-O-L-E. All right, here we go. Time to use our brains. We have to decide if cone, in fact, starts with C or K. So remember, if the sound after K is A, O, or U, it's a C. If the sound after the K is I or E, we use a K. So let's figure it out. K, O, N. All right, this one has an O. Which one goes with O? C goes with O. So you're going to write K, O, N. Remember your lazy E. And you should have C, O, N-E, cone. All right, now put the cap on your dry erase marker and erase all of those words. Then you're going to get out your orange Sounds to Words book and open up to the page that says Long Vowels O, Day 5. Push pause on the video while you clean up and get your book open to this page. When you're ready, push play. Now that we're ready to begin, we'll start by tracing. Use your pencil and trace over the 3 words in the top row. Those are pictures of hose, pole, hole. You just practice writing these words on your dry erase board. Go ahead and trace over the letters. If you need to push pause so you can finish, go ahead and do that. Then push play when you're ready to write the words independently at the bottom. Let's get started with the words at the bottom. Today we have 3 pictures that you will write by yourself. There's a bone, robe, and that last one, that person is trying to vote. So push pause while you write the words bone, robe, vote using your best printing in your lowercase letters. Once you have them written, go ahead and push play and we'll check to see if you got all of the words spelled correctly. All right, it's time to check your words. So if you wrote lowercase letters, B-O-N-E, you got bone. If you spelled robe, R-O-B-E, you got that one right. And if you wrote V-O-T-E for vote, you spelled it correctly. Now let's illustrate the sentence at the bottom. This sentence has some words that are sight words, and it has some words that are words we're going to have to sound out. So let's see if we can figure it out. First word is a sight word. That word is the. We can stretch this word out. D-og, dog. The dog has a big big, ooh, I see a lazy E word, bone. The dog has a big bone. You are going to draw a picture of a dog with a big bone. You can push pause on the video while you do your drawing. And then when you're ready to see my drawing and go on to the next page, push play. All right, here's my drawing of a dog with a big bone. There's my dog, and there is his big bone. Hopefully you have something similar in your picture. Now we're going to look at the next long vowel O page. This time, we're going to write all the words on our own. I'm going to tell you the pictures, and then you can push pause and write the words. You will have to figure out if one of the words uses C or K. Listen to the pictures before you start. Now, you didn't start writing already, did you? Listen carefully. The first picture is rope. The next picture is rose. The third picture is home. In the bottom row, that's a nose, cone, and rope. Push pause on the video while you use your lowercase letters to stretch and write the words. Once again, they are rope, rose, home, nose, cone, rope. When you're ready to check, you can go ahead and push play. All right, let's check the words in the first row. If you wrote R-O-P-E for rope, you got it correct. Now, rose is a tricky word because when you stretch it out slowly, it sounds like R-O-Z with a Z. But we know from our sight word is, it sounds like a Z, but it's no fooling me. So rose has an S. If you need to erase and fix that, you can go ahead and push pause and erase and fix that. Home is spelled H-O-M-E. Let's look at the pictures in the next row and see if we spelled those words correctly. Nose is another tricky one. Hey, rose rhymes with nose. They both sound like they have a Z, but it's actually an S. Nose is spelled N-O-S-E. That middle picture was the one you need to decide if it was a C or a K. So cone has K-O. O goes with the letter C. So cone starts with C. C-O-N-E. And you had to write the word rope again. I don't know what they were thinking on this page. Must have thought you needed some extra practice on that word. All right, last thing we're going to do today on this page is read and illustrate this sentence. Now, I'm glad this was our last one because I didn't tell you at the beginning, but you will have to get a crayon when you're all done to make sure that your picture matches your words. Let's read it. This word is my home. My home is, and this is a color word. It's got a lot of letters, but we can stretch it out. Brown. Brown. My home is brown. So you get to take your pencil and draw a home, and then you can use your brown crayon to color it brown. Here's my brown home. Once you have your picture all done, you are finished with your learning for today. Now, next week, we will be continuing to work on lazy E. We actually only have one vowel left that works with lazy E, and that is the letter U. So we will work on that next week, and then we'll get a chance to review how lazy E works with all the vowels. I hope you had fun today. There will be some seesaw activities posted on Thursday and Friday to give you some more practice with lazy E, working with A, I, and O. So I hope that you have time to check those out.